I may look the same, but I no longer am. I went out for a walk today, what I call halakha, the way to walk. And what I saw was a strange city. A city that the other person I was has lived in his whole life. This is New York City. I'm walking down the streets, and all I see are householders. I'm in a world of householders, with people who are looking to associate with the feminine world, with the physical world. And once you become a householder, you become very much like the woman you marry. You become a unit. And then I see other men pushing the baby carriages and even carrying the babies. And I say to myself, is this what's it's evolved to? Is this the same religion I study? Is this Judaism? Where did it get changed? Where did it get lost? Today is also the parade, the Jewish parade, Israeli Day parade. And I see people so proud. Proud of Israel. Proud of their families. The whole secret in meditation and in Sefer Yetzirah and in a undercurrent of Judaism, it's not the undercurrent, it's the major current. It's become undercurrent. And why? I don't know why. Who got control of this Judaism? I don't know. Probably thousands of years ago. The meditative aspect has been lost. And the physical aspect has been supported. The whole idea is not much different than the other meditative cultures. But it's through the Torah perspective because you have a Jewish soul. And you are basically the tree of life. Get that. You are the tree of life. Everything is inside of you. You're a meditative device. You are the Sefer Yetzirah. The 10 Sephirot and the 22 paths between these Sephirot. The division into 3 horizontal lines, 7 vertical lines, and 12 diagonal lines. And I'm not going to stress on this right now, but that's how we get the difference in the mezuzah. The horizontal, the vertical, and then what we do is actually the diagonal. This comes from the tree of life. It's not said, but it does. And the whole idea of some of this is to develop a Chokmah consciousness, to get out of being a world of thought. And how to do that? The first idea is to shut your mouth in silence. And mystics have done this. And now I've read that the Arizal used to not talk. He didn't talk for 7 years, sometimes a little on Shabbos and to his wife, but not all. And then we don't hear about that too much. About the silence of the Jewish mystics. No. And how I got that, how to close my mouth, was to start breathing through the nose. The Ruach, which is the true Yetzirah world. And then the whole idea in everything is to actually, like Zen, looking at a Zen wall, HaKotel, which is no different than the Wailing Wall. When you see pictures of them lining up right next to the Wailing Wall, that's the Zen wall. And the whole idea of the Zen wall is to eliminate thought. Eliminate thought, that's Bina, thought, Bria world, so that we can enter the Etzilio world. And as it's brought down, I didn't make this up, the whole idea is to be ayin, nothingness. That's the state, the pre-state. Be nothing. When you're nothing, then everything can come into you. Then you can be entered into by God, who has no visual representations. So, the people I saw going to the parade, you can't tell them they're nothing. Their goal is not to be nothing. It's to be something. Pride in the family, pride in Israel, wave flags. The meditator is ayin, nothing. The rearrangement of the ani letters into ayin. Same letters rearranged. That's the start or the finish, doesn't matter. When you're nothing, you're everything. And that's the whole secret. And when you can get this Chokmah consciousness, when you eliminate Bina thoughts, and my new thing is to bring that, because Chokmah consciousness is also in the belly, in the gut. And when you can plug into that gut belly, then you'll get it into the brain, because you'll stop thinking. And this has a little bit to do with the 5th day of the week. The animals and the birds, or whatever, it's the birds. And they're Priya Varivya also, just like the 6th day. So why is there a Priya Varivya on the 5th day, and then a Priya Varivya on the 6th day, and we're talking about the 6th day for humans? So what does Priya Varivya really mean? That's what I leave to you. And these deep underlying energies pulsating within you. How to access them. And because everything has to be quiet to be accessed. Just like to have dreams, you're dreaming 24 hours a day, but to access those dreams, you have to sleep. You have to get a sleep in the animal soul, so to speak, so the godly soul can come in. So it can enter in. And so the object for the daytime is also to quiet that. And I think this is what Judaism is. And in Islam, when they talk about the early I forget what the all early Sufis and stuff like that, they were Jews. Because Islam started late. When they talk about the previous people, they're Jews. There were no Muslims then. But the Sufi tradition took on this mystical aspect, and the normative Hasidic traditions have not. They've taken on a tikkun olam of the physical world. And they forgot about you. They forgot about the body. They forgot about what's inside your head. I'm more interested in what's inside your head than what's outside in the body. I want you to be a Merkava, a chariot. I don't want you to have a car. The car is just an external projection of a Merkava. That's what a car is. I want you to have the real thing. The internal progression, the internal car. You are a car. Merkava. And here's the real deal. Merkava, which is the vessel for meditation, is 267 in Gematria, and that's the same as the Gematria of Nazir. And where is that supported? You can't even find a yeshiva that studies Nazir. And they're looked upon as strange. And when you walk down the street as a Nazir, you don't get much support from the normative society. You get some support from people who came from black culture. More so than it comes from Jewish culture. Why? And I'm explaining this. Why it's that way. There's no support. It's not a synagogue function. It's not a Purim function. Can't get $300 for a plate for a Hanukkah meal. If you're a Nazir, and if you're a Nazir, you're not drinking wine on Pesach. And according to me, you're not even, not eligible, you're not even required for Pesach because you're on a far journey. So this is what's happened now. So I'm interested in the tree of life that's inside you and your body and your levels. I'm interested in raising this into, rebringing this into the normative tradition, and you'll see that here.